Video game developer and publisher Capcom is embracing the woke agenda on all fronts. Recently, they admitted in a shareholder meeting that they have quotas for female managers and that they will be considering hiring non Japanese directors for their company. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Wrote this up over at thatparkplace.com. And before we get to the actual shareholder meeting, if you're unfamiliar with who Capcom is, they publish some very popular IPs, including Dragon's Dogma, Monster Hunter, Ace Attorney, Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, Mega Man, Street Fighter, Commando, and more. And in a letter from November 2021, their CEO and chairman, Kenzo Sugimoto, made it clear the company was committed to ESG, or environmental, social, governmental. As part of the letter, he noted this: I believe that building a healthy relationship with stakeholders through business activities leads to improved corporate value. Therefore, focusing particularly on S, social, and G, corporate governance of ESG, I recognize our critical issues as 1, developer numbers, 2, diversity, 3, support for education, and 4, the ratio of external directors. We will continue to promote ESG initiatives based on the SDG goals of creating a sustainable society and strive for sustainable growth while building a relationship of trust with our stakeholders. Now, numerous companies have embraced this stuff, a lot of them claiming to do so based off of a now debunked McKinsey study claiming that diversity actually improves your sales, improves your profits, drives growth in the company. Clearly, that is not the case, as we are seeing multiple funds that have embraced this stuff actually lose money and not perform as well as other funds that aren't embracing these DEI and ESG agendas and initiatives. But this commitment to ESG surfaced again during the company's 45th ordinary general meeting of shareholders, which took place at the end of June, a little less than a month ago. And a shareholder asked this question: you've submitted a female candidate for external director. However, all your internal directors are male. Please tell me what you are doing to increase the ratio of female managers internally. So obviously, a shareholder is trying to demand that they increase their quota, or their ratio of male to female managers internally. And this is how the company responded. It said, regarding diversity of our board of directors, we select director candidates who are able to oversee management of the company and offer appropriate advice while considering the skills and characteristics required in accordance with our management strategy and the balance of each individual's career history, insight, and experience. That sounds fantastic. That's where this answer should have ended. That's how they should have addressed this. Wouldn't be doing this video now if they had just stopped it right there, because that sounds all well and good, and that's what you expect from a good manager. But that's not where they stopped. The company noted this. Also note that while our internal directors are currently all male, in addition to women, going forward, we will also consider non-Japanese directors. Regarding female managers, currently 21.2% of employees are female, and 13.6% of our core talent is female. We are aiming to bring the percentage of female managers up to 15%. Looking ahead, we believe we will be able to see more female directors by broadening our scope and increasing the ratio of female managers. So there you go. They do indeed have a quota. They want to get their number of managers to have 15% of them be female. They do indeed have a hiring quota based on sex here for Capcom. Now, I don't know what the Japanese laws are, but I think that's illegal here in the United States. You cannot discriminate based on sex. Now, I don't know if that's the case in Japan. I don't know what their laws are. But this is clearly something that these ESG, DI initiatives are all about. They're all about just having quotas based on immutable properties, your sex, skin color, etc. Nothing to do with this here. How you're able to oversee management of the company, offer appropriate advice while considering the skills and characteristics required in accordance with our management strategy, and the balance of each individual's career history, insight, and experience. Like, those are things you would expect would factor in to hiring someone for a management position. Nope. Instead, it's literally, we need to have at least 15% of our managers be female, have that female quota. And this affects how they make games. It affects how they market games. It affects their entire company. And not for the good. This is a negative, in my opinion. Because we've seen this. We've seen what the Capcom localization team posted in April. Just scroll down here and look at what they posted here. Cultural sensitivity in characters. What does it say? Character design and development must be culturally sensitive. What may be acceptable in one culture might be offensive in another. Localizers play a crucial role in ensuring that characters are relatable and respectful, avoiding stereotypes or other references that could be perceived as negative in specific cultures. So all of this is connected. This is ESG. This is DEI. This is all part of having female manager quotas. We're having quotas here now on character design, making sure it's not insensitive. You've got this part here too. Localization efforts extend to promoting inclusivity through language and representation. This involves adapting not only the linguistic aspects, but also addressing gender-specific language, cultural norms, and diverse perspectives. The aim is to create an immersive experience where players from different backgrounds can identify with the characters and narratives. This can be very challenging for certain languages due to grammar. Clearly trying to play with sexual orientation and gender identity politics there. And it comes from these ESG DEI initiatives that Capcom is embracing. Because this is from the Capcom localization team on X. They posted this in April. We've also seen that they added, now I'm not sure if this is from Capcom or if it's from SNK. We know that one of them added this trigger warning to the recently released SNK vs. Capcom SVC Chaos. The trigger warning reads, this product aims to faithfully recreate the content of the original game at the time of release in 2003 as much as possible. Therefore, the content of this game does not represent the ideals of our company, but is provided as is, respecting the original intent of the game, and is not intended to promote or attack any particular ideology or group. It's like they're apologizing for their own game. It's utterly ridiculous. It's all part of this ESG stuff. We also saw this here. They censored some key art for the game. This came from the publisher, and we're not sure if that's SNK or Capcom. On Steam, it's listed as SNK. They're clearly both doing this, though. You can see they removed the cleavage from the character of Mai Shiranui. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. And then they also cropped Goddess Athena Asamiya out as well. So you can see here, Japanese one, you can fully see Goddess Athena there with her sword in her hand. And then you can't even really tell that she's even there. She's like kind of her head. Everything else has been cropped out. And not only do we have that, but we've got this here too, where they race swapped Larry Chang from Dead Rising, the Dead Rising remake. No idea why. But you can see there, they changed him from, I guess, like a Chinese American man to this Caucasian guy, the blue baseball hat and glasses. And then there's some other stuff too that's come up. Hopefully it's just, they're just skins for player characters. But a trailer has raised a number of people's hair on the back of their neck that they might have race swapped Blue Mary from the Fatal Fury franchise. We don't know yet, but that is a possibility because we've seen Capcom. And again, Fatal Fury is SNK, but it's in Street Fighter 6, which is a Capcom game. So there's obviously a partnership going on here with SNK. Well, we've seen them right here. They've already race swapped Larry Chang at Dead Rising. Would not be surprised if they would try and do it with Blue Mary, but hopefully it's just a costume or a skin that you get for the upcoming DLC character from I think his name is Terry from Fatal Fury. But this is what Capcom is now. They've completely embraced the ESG. They have quotas for females. They've got cultural sensitivity readers for the localization teams. They've got gender, identity, sexualization, sensitivity readers. They're race swapping characters. They're putting trigger warnings at the beginning of their games that they're remaking. This is not a healthy company. This is a company that is afraid. It is a company that ultimately will be in decline if they do not change what they are doing, because all of this stuff will begin to affect how they make their games. And I think a lot of people aren't going to be happy about that. But let me know what you guys make, what Capcom is doing here. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, but to always speak the truth.